Today, we're going to learn how to use NotebookLM to really enhance your GCSE Computer Science education. This is particularly useful for Year 11 students who are revising. The exams are coming up very soon, so I'm going to show you exactly what you can do. And I've just created a new notebook here on NotebookLM, and it's prompting me to search for sources of information, places where I can get information into my knowledge base, and then the AI will only use that information. This is better than perhaps revising from an AI chatbot where it's got the entire internet's worth of knowledge. This is more refined, more focused, so it's going to be a lot better because it's going to only take the bits of information you need. So here I'm just going to start by searching for a source. I'm going to go for the OCR GCSE specification. So I've made sure to include computer science, otherwise it might fetch English language or physics. Obviously I could put in AQA or EdXL instead if that were my exam board of choice. So I'm going to search for that. And what it will do is it will try and fetch exam specification. So here I've got 7 more sources. Okay, I've got all these different things it found. I think the only real ones I want are probably going to be the top one here, the specification. And I don't think I'll need any changes to the exam board, any specific schools specification. I don't think I really need those. I'm going to uncheck all of these. I might keep the command words. I probably won't this time, but maybe in the future. So actually I'm only going to take that top one and I'm going to hit import here at the bottom. So once that's been imported in, I could fetch some other sources. I could go and find more things that I might want to include. But I think I've got everything I need just from the specification. I could go and find more things that I might want to include. If I want to, I could maybe have a look here at the studio section over here on the right. And I could begin to include maybe flashcards, AI podcast, mind map. There are lots of different features I can make. So I'm going to make some flashcards. I think that would be a really good one to start with, especially for GCSE revision. So how many cards do I want? Standard. Okay, fine. Medium difficulty. Let's include what sort of things I want just to really narrow down and refine that AI prompt. Okay, maybe something like the flashcards should be testing Year 11 students on keywords from a variety of topics. And then also I could include something else. They should be in a simple question answer format with definite answers, no interpretation, right? I don't want to have any guesswork, a long definition where, oh, okay, maybe I said some of the things, not other things. I want it to be easy. Okay, so let's import and generate that. So having generated that, it might just take a second, of course, because it's AI, it's going to take some time to actually figure out what I need and perform that task that I've given it. The interesting thing about this is while you're doing this, you can actually have other things being generated as well. So you can work on multiple things. But it looks like our flashcards are done. So let's take a look. Here, what is the primary purpose of the central processing unit? Well, that is a little bit up to interpretation, so maybe it didn't quite hit it with that one, but then there are 75 of these flashcards, as we can see, so that is a crazy amount. So obviously, some of these are going to be very good, some of these are going to be a bit more mixed. Let's go with to perform the fetch, decode, execute cycle. Okay, there we go. So process data and instructions by following the fetch, execute cycle. Not bad, okay? So if I got it right, I could hit the tick button and add it to my correct pile, and if I got it wrong, I could add it to the incorrect pile. There's a bit of your own judgment here, I suppose. But yeah, which CPU component performs calculations and logical comparisons? That would be the ALU, arithmetic logic unit. So I can say I got that one confidently right, okay? And basically you can then just go through these and look how many there are with all these different topics. We've got secondary storage, we've got bits and bytes, character sets, file size, compression, some of the programming related stuff as well. So as you can see, it's a pretty useful resource really. I can even download it. This will make it a CSV file, which is a little bit harder to use. But you could then maybe copy paste them into a PowerPoint or write them down on actual flashcards, that kind of thing. I think it's pretty fine to just do this in the app itself. But that's an example of something you can do with the Studio that will be really good for GCSE revision. A quiz as well might be really nice. And as you can see, I can customize the quiz here, maybe a difficulty level. So maybe if you're a student who's targeting a grade 8 or 9, hard questions, who knows? Let's type in a prompt. Okay, maybe I need to work on my prompt engineering, but I think that this is okay. I've asked it for keyword quizzes related to component 2, specifically with a focus on programming fundamentals. Oh, and I'll also add in that I'm studying Python. That's going to be really important because maybe it talks about some things that aren't necessarily related to what I'm actually studying. Like, for example, if it gives me some Java questions, I wouldn't want that, would I? So, not many people would. So, okay, I'm going to generate our quiz based on one source. Let's see how long it takes to generate this quiz. We're looking at maybe about 30 seconds so far. Let's see how it goes on. And while I do that, I should mention as well, you can actually do a slide deck. So you can have a PowerPoint presentation. You can make a video. That does burn a lot of the credits, right? You can't always do too many of those without it telling you to lay off for a while. The AI podcast can be quite good. I haven't really explored too much, but I'm sure they're really interesting as well, so give them a look. So in the OCR exam reference language, so it's not talking about Python here, but that's fine. I didn't necessarily say that. I said I'm studying Python. Consider that. I didn't say make them all about Python. So in the OCR exam reference language, what is the resulting value of the expression 17 div 5? That would be 3. Okay, so I'm going to go with option B here. And it says, that's right. Woo, big green text making me feel like I'm king of the world. And then another one here. According to the specification, what is the output of the following code snippet? Subject equals computer science. So that's a string in a variable, and we're printing a substring starting at 5 letters from element 3. Remember, the C here is element 0. So 1, 2, and 3. So the P will be the first one. So it's got to be, that's right. Amazing. Okay, so, this comes with a bit of experience, but obviously you're testing yourself because you're a GCSE student, year 11 perhaps, or even earlier. That's fine too, don't forget. Nothing's stopping you from doing this in year 9 or 10. And you can get a head start, right? You can get that revision done in a really easy format. It's not like I'm having to write out loads of cards for hours on hours. This is actually being given to me, so it's testing me without me having created the questions. So there's a bit of that unseen element. I'm not biased towards what I already know. Really, really powerful stuff, okay? That was it, guys. Just a quick little video to show you a tool that I think could be really helpful for you. The AI podcast is one that I want you to try when you go away and test this out for yourself. You can create more than one notebooks if you want to keep different ideas separate. That's fine. For example, you might want to have one for each subject. Have a go, explore. That was a quick little overview of NotebookLM, and I'll see you in the next video.